Hey, it's your buddy Peace and Harmony here with you here today. How to regain a sense of dignity after experiencing emotional abuse and being caught up with a narcissist or psychopath. Oftentimes people feel like they've shrunk down. They've lost their stature. They've lost their presence. They've lost faith in life, and they've lost their face in life. They feel like they're no longer able to hold their head up high. They don't feel like they have the self-esteem. They don't feel like they have the courage, the conviction, and the commitment to move forward. They're focusing, they're focusing on the loss rather than focusing on everything you have to gain. One important secret in life is you really need to focus on what it is you want rather than what it is that you don't have. And restoring a sense of dignity and self-esteem is so very important. If this has been robbed of you, your innocence has been robbed of you either by being raised by a narcissistic parent where you had to become a parent too soon, you had to constantly please them, you had to do age inappropriate tasks around the house. I know clients of mine who are forced to do extremely age inappropriate activities to satisfy the narcissist. Cleaning, raking, doing lawn care when they're 5 and 6, having to, look after people, being on top of them, trying to report the misdoings of their parents to their school officials because they were so emotionally abused. Their parents were passing out on them. None of the lights were turned on in the house when they would come home from school, or their practice. And, parents would be passed out from drinking or just outright neglectful, watching TV and ignoring their kids. And their innocence was robbed of them. Basically, your innocence, which means your ability to feel carefree and to pursue life and do this in a sort of peaceful manner. Do this in a manner where you feel free to explore and free to learn. You have to be at a state of openness and receptivity to learn. And if you're in an environment where there's a lot of fear, you're not going to be able to learn and focus because you're constantly hypervigilant. Your body's on like overdrive, and you can't see the forest for the trees. It's like everything is a blur. I mean, think of a speeding car. Here I go with my analogies again. But it's like living with a narcissist or a psychopath or being in a relationship with them. It's kind of like being, on like 100 miles an hour car. I mean, it can be exhilarating, it can be exciting, but yet you can't see what's going on. I mean, it's just, things are going by so quickly, you're not allowed to perceive things with your own eyes because they're taking you through basically a series of lies and manipulations where you're out of touch with your senses. So coming from that place, it's very hard to retain a sense of dignity. Dignity meaning a sense not of just pride, like, false pride in yourself, but just, dignity as a person, feeling like you deserve again, like you're safe again. So creating that, you have to really align with some deeper, more intuitive knowledge for yourself. And surround yourself with some of the great things that life has to offer, which you've been blinded to. I would definitely recommend, in my professional opinion, surrounding yourself with majestic places, places where you can restore the dignity to yourself. Wherever that might be is personal and unique to you and your own setting. However, a lot of people will find this in great works of art. Go to a museum, go to an art institute. If you live near a city, a metropolitan area, go ahead and seek these out. Go and look at the great works of art and just think about all the effort of that artist. Go to a beautiful nature setting and look at the majesty. Look at the profound effects of the elements and how they've created a beautiful landscape. Go out and take all this in and allow yourself to receive some of the great things that life has to offer, and research people who have made great strides in their life, great people, classical composers, country artists, whatever it is, your type of, music that you like. I would definitely not recommend, indulging in a lot of that negative music that maybe you're used to, absorb in, because a lot of that has negative energy and it tends to increase that rebellious side. Going to, a downtown, if you love architecture, go ahead and take an architectural tour. Do something where you can start to see the majesty of life. Really take it in. Allow yourself to live life again through the eyes of a child. Allow yourself the courage to explore and getting your sense of adventure back. Because chances are this had been robbed of you in your experience with a manipulative, narcissist, or psychopathic person. They made you feel that they were at the center of life rather than you were at the center of life, or life was at the center of life. Humanity was at the center of life. Recalibrate your vision. Recalibrate your body. Start moving in with a better posture. Make it a discreet effort to stand up straight. Stand up straight. Put your shoulders back. Hold your head up high. Physically do this. Do it even if it seems like an exaggerated thing to do. When you do this, your emotions are going to start to change along with it. Just like when they say smile and the world smiles with you, it's the same thing. Go on a walk, specifically with the intent of smiling at 2 to 3 people and just giving a random person a compliment. And see if you can get that genuine smile back in return. And a little bit of humanity will start to bubble up within you. And you'll slowly start to get that dignity back and say, you know what, I am deserving. I am a good person. I am a good human being, and I deserve to experience all that life has to offer. Get back to that state of innocence, and some peace, harmony, and dignity will be restored to you. Peace and harmony here with you here today. I hope these videos help. Please share and subscribe for more great tools, videos, and discussion.